Good news has arrived as Taehyung and other soldiers welcome Jungkook's return from the hospital making it a touching and emotional moment and good news for BTS fans all over the world. After undergoing intensive care in the hospital for some time, Jungkook has finally been discharged. His return is not only a big event for BTS lovers but also one of the most emotional moments in the history of BTS fandom. And what makes it even more touching is that kimtaehyung, his close friend and fellow BTS member, personally came to a place to greet Jungkook. Even dozens of soldiers who have been patiently waiting also filled the arrival area, creating an atmosphere full of emotion and joy. Among all the BTS members, Taehyung stood out the most at this moment. His close bond with Jungkook has long been the subject of admiration, and his presence at this place proves how strong their friendship is. As soon as Jungkook appeared at the gate, Taehyung rushed towards him and hugged him tightly. This moment immediately caused cheers and tears of emotion from the soldiers who had been eagerly awaiting Jungkook's return healthy again. Since the related parties announced Jungkook's discharge, dozens of soldiers from various camps began to gather at this undisclosed location. They came with banners, balloons, and gifts as an expression of love and support for their military friends and also as their idols. The hashtags Welcome Back Jungkook and Stay Strong Jungkook, which had previously been trending on social media, reappeared, illustrating the great enthusiasm for the return of the youngest BTS member. A soldier who had been waiting since early morning shared his feelings. "We are all so happy that Jungkook has finally come home. We wanted to show him how much we love him and appreciate his efforts to recover. This is a moment we have been waiting for a long time." As Jungkook's flight arrival time approached, the atmosphere in the venue became more electrifying. The soldiers sang BTS songs together, waved their light sticks, and kept shouting Jungkook's name to show their support. Many were seen crying, relieved after days of anxiety since Jungkook was hospitalized. When Jungkook finally stepped out of the arrival gate, the entire airport was filled with overwhelming emotions. The soldiers who had only been able to get updates on Jungkook's condition through social media could now see firsthand that their beloved idol was truly in the process of recovery. However, the most touching moment came when Taehyung ran towards Jungkook and hugged him tightly. Taehyung looked very emotional, as if he wanted to convince himself that his best friend had truly returned safely. Jungkook, who initially looked tired, immediately smiled and returned Taehyung's hug with the same warmth. The cheers of the fans grew louder as they witnessed this touching interaction. Some fans even cried, touched by how genuine Taehyung's concern for Jungkook was. Not just a hug, Taehyung was also seen whispering something in Jungkook's ear, words of encouragement that only the two of them could understand. A soldier who witnessed the moment up close shared, "It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen." Taehyung really showed how much he cared for Jungkook. Seeing them together again after everything that happened was so touching. After sharing a few words with Taehyung, Jungkook finally waved goodbye to the soldiers who had been waiting for him. His signature smile immediately brightened the atmosphere to a brighter one. Although he still looked a little tired, his happiness and joy were undeniable. In a short statement to the media at the airport, Jungkook expressed his gratitude. "I missed you all so much. Thank you for waiting and for your support. I feel much better now and can't wait to be with you again." His simple yet heartfelt words were met with enthusiastic cheers from the soldiers. And BTS Army continued to shout their support, making sure Jungkook knew how much they loved him. Taehyung's presence at the airport was more than just a simple greeting. From the beginning, he was the one who was most concerned about Jungkook's condition. Reports indicate that Taehyung often visited Jungkook in the hospital, bringing him food and gifts to lift his spirits. In several private broadcasts, Taehyung also mentioned that he kept thinking about Jungkook and hoped that he would recover soon. "Jungkook is a strong person. I know he will come back better. I just want him to know that we are all here for him," Taehyung said during one of his broadcasts, so it's no surprise that Taehyung's presence at the airport meant so much to Jungkook. This moment was not just about an idol returning from the hospital, but about a friendship that has been built up over the years. After an emotional reunion at the airport, Taehyung and Jungkook headed to their waiting car. However, before leaving, Jungkook took the time to bow deeply to the other soldiers, expressing his gratitude. So some fans, overwhelmed with joy, began singing Magic Shop in support of Jungkook. The song has deep meaning for BTS and the BTS army, symbolizing a safe space where they can share love and strength with each other. On social media, the hashtag #WelcomeBackJungkook quickly trended worldwide. The video of Jungkook and Taehyung's touching moment at the airport was responded to so quickly, showing the overwhelming joy and love from fans. One fan tweeted, "Taehyung hugging Jungkook is the definition of true friendship. I can't stop crying. Jungkook, we all love you so much." Jungkook's return from the hospital marks a new chapter in the journey of BTS and the BTS army. Despite the challenges, this moment proves that the love and support of those closest to you can provide the strength needed to bounce back. Jungkook is now ready to focus on his recovery, surrounded by his family, friends, and loyal fans. With Taehyung by his side, there is no doubt that BTS Jungkook will come back stronger and ready to continue his journey with BTS. These days, the airport is not just a place for the idol to return home, but also a witness to an incredible friendship. BTS Army, Taehyung, and Jungkook have shown that there is nothing stronger than genuine love and support. Jungkook's return from the hospital is not only a highly anticipated moment for everyone, but also a true testament to the deep bond between the BTS members, especially between Jungkook and Kim Taehyung.